Morning. Just before I make comments on the team, I do want to send along, thoughts and prayers. Terrence Howard, who was with us and transferred on to North Carolina Central. He did pass away, and I know he's got some guys that are here on this team that, close to him and also thinking about him, but just want to send prayers and thoughts up to his family. But and I don't have really details on that. Really don't know anything more. As far as the team, great practice out there. This was number 4. And just, I challenged the guys, after the first practice that when we had a day off like we had on Friday, that we could come out and really start fast. And we did that yesterday. And then, just not thinking ahead. Again, tomorrow's a day where we don't practice, but we obviously have other activities going on, things like that, that we come out, and they gave everything. They had great energy, start to finish, still putting in some extra work, position groups and the leaders stepping up, and they're really focused. Doesn't mean it's perfect, not going to be that way, and but the energy's good, and we can get a lot better when they put forth the focus and energy and all that like they did today. So I'm very pleased with where we're at after 4 practices. I felt like we've used every practice to get better, and it shows up. And now they get to grab some food, take care of their bodies, and we'll have some great meetings this afternoon, this evening, and so forth. So questions?
What position group would you say has had the best start to the
You talked about the start. You're kind of looking at like where you're at now, and I thought, the thing that jumps out at me, I thought the D-line did a nice job today. Very active early on. With the schemes we were putting in, a couple runs where there's some nice creases. Offensive line, credit them, but quickly adapted, adjusted, and the last 3 quarters, 80% of the practice, I thought just did a good job against the run and continue to do a good job putting pressure on the quarterback consistently. They're just around and making the quarterback back there, have to move around and make some plays. And so I think that position group's been the most consistent, and I like where they're at.
We saw David take some first team reps. Just what kind of made you comfortable that this was the time to make that move, or what did you do to stand out?
Who's that?
Caden Proctor.
Oh, Proctor, yeah. Well, we're just rotating some guys, so I know you guys aren't seeing all the reps and everything. So just rotating, especially at tackle. The 3 interior guys have been pretty consistent with the ones, but working Pritchett, Formby, and Proctor around. So, again, I know you just saw the lineup maybe for a couple snaps while we're going through drill work, but they've all been getting their chance and all, continue to get better. And, we've got plenty of time here, but that chemistry for that unit is going to be really critical.
Not to talk about Jam Merrill and Justice Haynes, but what have we seen from Richard Gallen, his growth and development as a running back?
Yeah, he's consistent. And that word's come up a couple times already here in our interview. But I think that's a good word for him. Consistent. He's taken that step from this spring, learning the offense. He's out there getting lined up, doing his job, doing it at a high level, and doing it over and over again. So he's got an explosive to him. He was really more physical as the spring went on, and I think he's really picked up from where he left off at the end of spring ball. I'm thinking back to the last 3, 4, 5 practices, including the spring game, and he kind of really rose to the occasion, and he's continued to just be steady. That's what I love about him. That's what I love about that whole position group.
What have you learned about this team through 4 days of fall camp?
That they got a lot of want to, because the first day there's gonna be energy. I spoke with you. The second day, is another follow up. It's still early. Day 3, you get the pads on for the first time, and now now they're into that routine and that rhythm, and that rhythm can just become complacent. And these guys are definitely not doing that, and they're having fun doing what they do out there on the field every day. They enjoy being around each other. They obviously are out for themselves and wanting to do things individually and have that success, but ultimately you can really feel that they care about their teammates, and I like the direction our chemistry is going. Yeah, I thought yesterday and today took the best steps I've seen since I've been here. Really, the way he's intentional about coming out. Even not just what you say, but just how you do things, what your body language is, and he gets that's important. But he's actually just really leading that way, and then it leads to him playing well, and the other guys just following suit. So today he came out again, really today threw the deep ball probably as well as I'd seen him throw. That's a lot of just guys and the timing and all of that and his rhythm coming into play. He's feeling more comfortable there. So some big plays that were made out there. Defense made a couple big ones too, but he's really done a nice job, raising his game, asking more out of himself. I'm pushing him. I know Coach Sheridan is too, every day. Just like those details, man, be on it. And he's holding himself to a high standard. It's just not all talk.
How much does his play kind of raise the rest of that group? And then what have you seen from the other three quarterbacks?
We've been rotating a lot of the other guys in with the twos. They're all getting three and four reps too. But Ty's pretty much just taking twos, and then the other guys just take a couple reps away from him at different times. But again, I think they're all just kind of like Rich earlier. They've really taken that step over the summer, especially the guys that didn't know the offense, having more reps of it in the summer, more film, another round of install. They've really now getting it figured out and know what we're looking for. And then Austin, had a head start on everyone. He's continued to progress. I think his movement and just throwing is where I'd hoped it would be too. So that whole group is just really in a good spot, and they're cheering for each other and competing at the same time.
Yesterday, Todd was talking about that's Parker Nelson studying the leader and offensive line. They were talking about how their communication kind of starts from the offense. What makes Parker such a big leader and center?
Yeah, well, he knows the offense, so there's a lot of people looking to him to come up with a solution on where it all starts. He's pointing out the linebacker that they're blocking to, or where the protection set going to be set to. So he's confident that way, and those guys feel that. And then it's really cool seeing a guy like Book who just eats, sleeps, and breathes this program and wants nothing but it to be great, and him just rubbing off, as Parker, shows him and helps him, he helps him back. And it's fun seeing the pride that unit is developing, just walking into here just now, walking by them and some extra things that they're doing, player-led, just because they don't want to just get it right. They want to be great at it.
Coach, years past, Alabama's offense, they just have better players. They line up, kind of remind me of the old Dallas Cowboys. That's what we do. We're going to run it, you got to stop it. Your offense seems to have a lot of movement, a lot of shifts, a lot of motion.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just pre-designed, just trying to get the defense to make mistakes, or that's just what you do?
Yeah, no, we do that. We do a lot of that, and we got to make sure we can play fast and that it's not complicated for us. So, the base plays, and then as many different wrinkles and just different pictures we can run our base stuff out of is only going to make it to where the defense has to talk, adjust, and if we can just help the guys gain one step by making the defense have to think about the shift and the motion that just happened and the communication that goes with it. That's only going to help them. And we've done a lot of it here, the first 4 practices, much more than we did in the spring, just because, again, they're getting the install, they're getting more comfortable, they're trusting that we're going to get them into certain spots with certain plays and concepts, and they get to those spots, they're confident in themselves and the other guys around them. So I like where we're at there with all the moving parts, and it's no secret. We've done it for many years, so we're not talking about anything no one knows about.
How much of a luxury is that for your defense? Because there's so many youth guys that can change the offense and also the
I guess that's something I've always taken a lot of pride in, and as we build a team, is that as the offense gets better at their piece of that, we really are, I think, preparing our defense for, you can't say everything, but a lot of what they're going to see throughout the season. It's a team game, and the shifts, the motions, the change of tempos, the formation alignments, and the things we do that, just cause problems for defensive coordinators and keep them up at night. We're doing that in practice. And so our defense is sorting through those things with our players, and at some point during the season when they see that, they'll hopefully be that recall that they're getting here during fall camp.
What kind of progress have you seen from Sammy and Brown since the spring?
Yeah, he just slowed up here a couple of days, but he'll be back fine middle of next week for sure. But he's out there practicing still too, getting some reps in. But he just doesn't feel like a freshman out there. He does not. And we felt that way this spring, and he just followed that up with another big jump like you really would expect. And man, he's just out there, and I don't think of him as young or anything like that. I think of him as a guy that's just fitting right into the defense, and I'm proud of the way he just approaches it. He doesn't take anything for granted. He works his tail off. He's up there with Coach Mo nonstop, and he's just a fun guy to have around each and every day. In the program. So I got a lot of trust in him already.
Is this the most advanced group of freshmen that you've coached? Seems like there's a lot of the guys that you guys have said, and they don't seem like freshmen.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are in a couple spots like that, like Jalen Bakwe is doing a good job. I really feel like he's taking a big step, at corner as well. But they're being thrown in there, and so naturally they're excited about it, which really keeps them engaged. And then they're also getting that opportunity. And they're great athletes, and it's just a matter of, feeling a part of it. And they're getting their opportunities. Though our coaches aren't gun shy about throwing them in. Ryan, did another nice job today with a couple plays that he made.
The tight end, what do you envision their role will be in the offense?
They were critical, really critical. One tight end, two tight ends. They give us extra gaps in the run game. They can help us in protection. They're guys that can stretch the field. They've made some big plays that way. They got to know the whole offense because they know the protections, the routes, the run blocking schemes, and so they're all really smart guys that have caught on quickly, and all the moving pieces we want to do with them, we haven't held back at all. So it's a critical piece to our offense. It always has, going back 20 plus years. Having that guy that isn't just controlling the middle of the field, but can get vertical, stress you to the sidelines. So both a vertical and a horizontal stretch, really important, not just in our run game but our pass game.
What's your biggest area of concern so far?
It's just going to be the same things you had going in. There's nothing new. I feel like we're actually doing a pretty good job with the areas that you would maybe feel like we're not behind in, but just young and vulnerable, maybe. And a lot of it's been said. I mean, I don't want to say it, but our defensive backs. You guys bring up the questions too, and those guys are just rising up, and we're developing some really good young depth, and they're going out there and competing and making plays. And just like we talked about with Xavier and even Bach, there's a whole group of guys out there that are just feel like they're sophomores. I don't want to say juniors or seniors yet, but they're mature beyond the amount of reps that they've had a chance to play at through only 4 practices. Yeah. Yeah, that's Shep. That's Shep's problem. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's done a great job, and in our system, we're able to really find roles, and you can't have tendencies that are so obvious for the opponent based on the personnel you have in the game. But every guy's feeling like they got chances and opportunities to go out there and show what they can do, and we do. We have some different skill sets that each guy brings to the table. So, utilizing those, and also just bringing the rest of whatever those guys have that maybe continue to be developed. Shep's the best when it comes to that. And our guys are just grinding, they're grinding, they're attacking it. They're making some great plays out there. And, I can tell that they enjoy being out there as part of this system and eager to continue to learn and improve. Yeah, it feels to me like when we put a different guy in, the same just mindset, ability. I can't say they're all the same. There's differences between some of them, but the results are very similar. And I mean they're all, it's competition, and so they're all going extremely hard, and Felt like today was a good time to show with some of the schemes running wise that they're physical and they've shown the ability to be a consistent pass rush off the edge. So, we have, I think, strength in numbers more so. You got to have your highlighted guys, and I think that as time goes on and they continue to develop, we'll have some of those that really become more of the stars. But right now, they're all just in a really good spot, competing, attacking, and don't really feel like there's like missed assignments ever because they know when they get that rep or those reps that are theirs, they got to execute and do their job.
Coach, what have you seen from Brad Nichols so far?
He's been really consistent, and honestly, all our kickers have, but specifically with Graham, I stand behind the kicker pretty much. I mean, I try to make it every kick. There might be one I miss here and there, but that ball flight is what you're looking for. I like his mindset. He's a very confident guy. I don't really know how he's going to respond when he misses one, and then maybe right? But he's just great to have with us. I think the team has really, accepted him in. I think he feels a part of it. And so, you can't help but look at what he's done in the past and already note that, man, this guy's really good. But you can see why each and every day. Got a good process about him. We're glad he's here. And, Burn Up, since we're in the special area, I mean, between him and Neil and Hibbett and, Connor's done a good job too kicking here this camp. So I really feel like our specialists are going to be as good as any across the country. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Roll Tide.